Hey, how we doing, guys?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
So Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
The last episode, I think we had some frustrations with, not in a bad way, just
Character frustrations.
Yeah.
And it was by design. Most of mine were
Was.
really with Susie and a little bit with Midge.
yeah,
But
and it's all boils down to communication and lack.
it does. And I think the show's doing a good job of showing us learning curve.
Yeah.
Because obviously, oh my God, I'm totally blanking out. Susie.
Yeah, Susie
was out of her element in planning a tour, right?
Sure.
She kind of threw it together. She didn't have any of the basics down as far as the right questions to ask before you agree to these shows.
Yeah.
And set up the bookings and the hotels. And our biggest frustration with her, I know this is a personality, was the fact that she couldn't at any point be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed this up." It was all like lashing out at Midge for not liking how she messed up,
Or just,
and I get it.
Also, she's lashing out at Midge for not running to rough it.
Midge was definitely out of her element roughing it on the road for sure.
And at first, she seemed to like it, but as all road trips or any extended vacations with family go, by the end of it, you're just kind of done. You know what I mean?
So, for sure.
I love that bit with them in the tunnel.
It didn't go well. Obviously, the whole trip didn't go well. And by the end of it, the big hero was Joel on the episode. I did too. I thought it was funny. I thought he handled it perfectly. I know he seemed a little overly protective when he's on the phone, when they're on the road.
That was a great moment.
It was fun, but it was like, come on, man, you're like the dad threatening the boy before he takes his daughter out on prom night a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So it's kind of like, all right, man, it seems a little performative. I know you mean well, but come on, man.
Yeah.
But when they rolled back into town, Joel's overprotectiveness was exactly what they needed.
He was about it.
Yeah, he was.
And you're right. It's kind of shocking that we love Joel as much as we do now.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, honestly. People told us we would after the first show. People said,
I was like,
"You're going to learn to love Joel." I'm like, "Am I?" Yes.
It turns out, we were
right?
wrong. Again.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was a big learning experience. That's kind of what this trip signified. Was they have to try stuff out. It's trial and error.
And it was a lot of fun. And we also don't want to let Midge off the hook for how she dropped the ball on the baby shower.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Rose, we use the word petty to describe her, and a lot of people are like, I don't think it was petty. Petty might not be the right word. I'm not trying to convey anything negative about
We're
Rose.
on Rose's side.
We're completely on Rose's side about that. Midge really dumped that in her lap, and not for a good reason. It's not like she had no choice. It's that she just didn't consider it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Midge was in her self-focus, lost track of a responsibility that she dumped on somebody else. Yeah. I am 100%. I'm glad Rose did as well as she did, picking up the slack.
Me too.
Rose saved the day there.
She did.
So I think, clean up your mess afterwards is not out of line. Not at all.
It's true to life.
Yeah. And what I meant by petty was she could have had Zelda clean it up.
Yeah.
And she chose not to. But I didn't mean petty in a bad way. Like
it was in a good way.
It was appropriately petty.
Exactly.
Midge kind of earned bare minimum, clean up the mess she made. I think that's making her take responsibility. No,
clean up a mess.
Right, clean up a mess. It's your mess, really.
Yes,
you clean it up, and I think that's a good metaphor for a lot of Midge's life.
It is, and I love the moment at the party too. Whenever she's on the speakerphone and she's like, "Go borrow Papa's camera," and it cuts back to
she said no. I love every moment with Abe on this show, even when he's in the wrong.
Yeah,
I enjoy him so much as a character.
I know somebody told us he won the Emmy for the show. Which season was that in? Was that season 1, season 2? Because season 2 Abe has been my absolute favorite.
Oh, I've loved season 2 Abe. I loved him in season 1 too, but I feel like the balance that he does between actually trying to be concerned and approachable and caring versus his natural curmudgeonly position of and how ramped up he is about not knowing his kids. I think you're right. I think there are a lot more layers to Abe this season than there was in season 1, and he kills all of it. Yeah, Abe and the Catskills. I think he killed all of it. Abe and the Catskills. But yeah, I think Tony Shalhoub. You can't say enough about him in this.
I haven't seen him better. I mean, I'm trying to think of what I've seen in him that I'm like, this is the definitive Tony Shalhoub performance. But I honestly think this might be among his best.
He's fantastic. He had a small part before he was Tony Shalhoub in Quick Change with Bill Murray and Gina Davis. I don't know if you ever see it. It's a heist comedy.
Gotcha.
And he is a taxi driver who knows who the villains are, but he doesn't speak English.
So it didn't age well.
I think it's a made-up language, but he's getting dragged along by the police through the whole thing, trying to explain to him while he's trying to like pantomime what happened.
I'll have to check that out.
It is. It's a great movie. It's such a good time. I mean, Jason Robards is the lead cop. Randy Quaid is one of the trio of heisters. Randy Quaid. Yeah, it's a really good time. But yeah, you're right. Tony Shalhoub. I've heard you might have been able to tell me this. That Monk is coming back. They're reviving Monk. Someone told me that they're reviving Monk.
We might have talked about that. Yeah. I enjoy it casually, but I haven't seen it.
I've never seen an episode of Monk. Obviously, he was a huge critical darling for that show.
Yeah,
it was on.
It's good background TV.
Sure, absolutely. And the Emmys loved him then too.
They did.
It's kind of like the king of prestige supporting roles, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is.
We do want to welcome some new Patreon subscribers for the last day or so, guys. So Simon Says, Tiffany, Brian Cunningham, and Michelle. Welcome, guys. We're really glad you're here with us.
We really are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you don't mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see a full reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page, where you'll find a whole lot of stuff that we are currently going through or have gone all the way through. We will obviously be doing all of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, among other things. If you are on YouTube watching this and you're done, you can jump right over to our Patreon page right now and catch the next 4 episodes if you'd like. They're all there just waiting for you. You'll have to sync on your own streaming service and watch along with us. You won't see the show over there. We're watching on Amazon Prime. And we're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive.
Fantastic show.
A lot of stuff over there for you. All right.
Vote for Kennedy. Okay.
Yeah, this is the next last episode of the season. We looked it up there at 10 now. Yeah.
Penultimate.
Yeah.
It's the full screen.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that.
They're looking for acts, but spots are going fast.
A spot? On TV? That'd be sensational.
Yeah.
Why am I just hearing about this?
Just heard it myself.
Network, Susie. Network.
You know Margie?
From way back. She's doing the telethon.
I'll vouch for my girl.
Done deal.
I'm going to say, like, why don't you call Lenny friggin' Bruce?
Yeah, no kidding.
She can pull the trigger.
Good thing for you, Fred.
I all work for you.
Poor Fred.
Yeah.
I'll tell Margie to slaughter in.
Good deal.
That's great editing.
Yeah.
Done.
Wow.
I feel like Susie really stepped up her game in this
She
opening
did, man.
compared to the last
That
episode.
game of musical chairs there. Yeah.
The way she served the potatoes. Yours, she served gently. Mine, she slopped down like we're in Attica.
Oh, she did.
Oh my God.
There's a telethon next week. You hear about it?
That Jerry Lewis thing, he's so loud.
Oh, it's a Jerry Lewis. Okay.
Do you think we get to see him?
Jerry's kids? They might, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
Gotcha.
It's not Jerry Lewis.
Wonderful.
So selfless.
I'll be one of them.
One of what?
One of the performers.
I was wondering if we were going to get to this, yeah.
They think she's going to go blue, huh?
Some of them are scams.
What are?
These telethons.
Oh my God, Abe.
Jerry Lewis has multiple homes.
Mama, that's ridiculous.
Yes, he does. Or did.
He doesn't anymore.
No, not anymore. R.I.P.
Jerry Lewis is still alive.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
I thought he passed away.
I think he's still alive.
Look that up later.
Excuse me.
He was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh, he was?
Him and Carl Reiner hanging out because...
Really?
Yeah, because Carl Reiner passed away, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah. 2020.
Why not?
They're not used to it. You'll scare them.
Will it scare you if I join you for dinner?
No.
Thank you. The act is clean. However, I do it in the nude. There you go.
Ethan.
That's very important.
You know what? Rose is handling all of this a lot better than I thought she would.
She is. A little uptight, but it's okay.
A little uptight, but she's not,
They're just concerned for the daughter, yeah.
Got it. Yes, I understand. Will do. Thanks.
What was that?
Wrong number.
He said will do. Yeah. Oh, he must have had a good day or something. Yeah.
This also feels kind of Wes Anderson. I love the influence of other movies in the show.
For sure,
You
yeah.
can really feel it.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Wes Anderson this season, haven't we?
Yeah. That makes sense. It's light, whimsical.
Sure.
What is X? It's competence. Because none of
my
you
God.
have any. You're all incompetent.
Oh my God.
Keep coming back. Well, don't. Get out!
Now?
Now,
What are you
get
doing?
out! Go.
Hey.
This is how you lose your job.
Yeah. Why isn't the class full?
All right.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Who's that? cousin Shmuley. Come on, man. We talked about this.
I like that Benjamin's supportive, but I don't see this working long term.
I don't see it long term either. I really don't.
Family of freaks. Step right up to the carnival freaks.
Guess so.
Guess so.
Yeah. What's she doing?
Weird small talk.
Right.
Seemed funny to me and everyone around me.
Well, it wasn't.
Where'd
Okay,
you have
it
sex for
wasn't.
the first time?
Yeah, she's being really antagonistically
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Right? Lay one on her, man. Bend down and kiss her.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Is she just awkward around him?
I think she's
Or-
just awkward around it.
Because it almost seemed antagonistic.
It did,
yeah.
yeah.
Can we have dinner at your place?
Sure.
And can we skip dinner?
You're exhausting.
I'm glad it's going well. I don't see it working, but I like the fact that there's not like a big glitch with the guy.
Yeah.
It might just be she chooses her career over him.
I was gonna say, I wonder what the hiccup.
I know, like we're expecting a hiccup. There may not be, but I think there will be.
It'd be kind of cool if he's on the show for the whole run. I mean, that'd be
Sure.
nice.
Wait, we dragged ourselves down here at 8 o'clock in the morning and that's it?
That's it.
I showered.
Thank you for showering. We'll see you tomorrow.
There's going to be some big stars on this thing.
Yeah.
Guess so. Getting nervous.
Don't say that.
How's your health, Abe?
It's tip-top, Simon. Tip-top.
And Rose? And the kids? Is everyone well?
Is this the question of why is he
Yes,
being
it is.
such a bad professor right now?
You should consider a sabbatical.
I have one planned in 2 years.
Why don't you move it up?
My colleagues would complain.
It was their suggestion.
And why would they suggest such a thing?
Because you're bothering them. Yeah.
They're sick of you, Abe. You asked me to cut to the chase. I'm cutting to the chase.
He's great on the show, but in real life, he would be a lot to deal with. I wouldn't like it. Yeah.
I'll give it to her, sweet talk her. She'll sweet talk him. Jelly will be eaten. All will be well. Mm-hmm.
How about the bigger issue that he's being terrible?
I know.
Yeah. She knows it. Yeah. She's concerned. Rose is no idiot.
Rose is great.
She is.
I just haven't talked to their dad about you meeting the kids. It would be an
That's
issue.
it. Okay.
Do you understand?
I do.
It's all fair. Both of them.
Well-
This is fair. Yeah.
Ethan met Joel's mistress. I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
I never would have known to ask for that. Cut of sales.
A building manager knows.
My son did too.
This has been like the rise of Joel this season,
It
really,
is,
hasn't
man,
it? Yeah.
He's becoming his own man, you know?
I paid for the new steam mine.
Pap.
There was money for your wedding. Your grandmother left you some money. You never knew that.
Wow, he's just been robbing him blind.
I'm working here. You're paying me well.
I'm letting you go.
What?
I don't want you here.
Well, it's a job. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want him to do?
60 grand?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pap, this is a fortune. It's a house. It's
What I owe you. Plus interest.
60
Plus
grand.
guilt. Plus more guilt.
This is amazing.
Compounding.
Travel. Go to graduate school. Become a beatnik. I don't care.
This is actually the most gracious thing he's ever done by
I
far.
want to cry. Good for you, Moish.
Yeah.
See, Moish can be great too. The parents are like just so complicated.
They
but they're
really
so
are.
good, you know?
That is a really selfless act, and not even just the money.
I love that shot too.
Yeah. This show knows how to do a wide shot for effect so well.
I wonder what Joel's gonna do now.
Like this. What a great shot
I know.
moving through here.
I love a good oneer. A nice big
Yeah.
crane shot. It's
Honestly, I have
fantastic.
no idea what kind of business or job Joel would go into with that kind of money.
Anything he wants. But I think that's part of the problem, right? He doesn't really
Yeah.
know what he wants.
As you
Do
can
you
see,
recognize this
volunteers
guy?
are ready to take
Which one?
your pledges. That's the phone
The guy
number
talking?
flashing on the bottom of your screen.
I can
Call
tell from his
anytime in the
profile.
next 8 hours to
He's the guy in I Love You Man that Andy Samberg hit on at the gym.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Yeah.
He's like, good to
The
see
straight
you
guy?
again.
Yeah.
He's like, see you around? He's like, yeah,
I hope
maybe.
so.
Yeah. I hope so, yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know why that was obvious to me. I just love that scene.
I love that movie.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
funny.
We'll check back in later.
Do not come back
Too
here.
wide! Ridiculous. Dolly back, dolly back.
Yeah, don't break the focus.
Right? These guys are
Live
working.
TV, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
He and his wife Betty are donating $2.
$2. Thank you, Ronnie and Betty. Your money will go far.
I don't know why
That
that
was
so
great. That went, this way went right into the camera. Yeah.
when everything goes wrong with something, he says it's gone tits up.
Tits up?
Like an animal lying on its
I
back.
was always wondering what
Yeah.
that meant too.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Your Bell Labs project has gone tits up, Pop. It's been canceled.
What?
Is he about to lose both of his jobs?
That sucks.
Investigating what? You. Me?
They're going deep into your background.
Oh.
Is he a communist sympathizer?
He might have been, because people were joining clubs and not really knowing, like pro-labor clubs and stuff. Yeah.
Apparently, she started talking about Bell Labs.
Oh,
Ray
no.
Eye Project. There was a guy in the audience, someone connected to all this.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Club caught fire.
She set the club on fire?
No. I don't think.
No. His guy probably did to shut her
I
up.
wonder.
Can you be so sure?
Because the guy who told me because I had a gun in his mouth.
He's kidding. God.
Kidding. Jeez Louise, I can't joke anymore.
He says he kills people.
I'm an analyst. I'm a good guy. I'm still me.
Jack Ryan is just an analyst.
He is.
He ends up in the wrong stuff. Yeah. Have you ever watched the show, Jack Ryan? I wonder if it would play well on this channel. If we actually watched it.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, let's know if that's a show.
I love those movies.
Yeah, I've seen all the movies, but yeah.
It's the same joke over and over.
Yeah,
no new
exactly.
take, no spin.
Plus, I can't stand catchphrase comedians.
I hate it.
Get
Yeah.
that on your plate.
It's like Emerald.
Right?
Bam!
Get her done.
Yeah.
Sophie said to say hi.
To us?
Yeah, should I say hi back?
Can I say hi back? He's
Didn't
so
expect
nice.
that. I really thought he's there to throw him out.
I love that. Sophie said to say hi.
That was wonderful. Just wonderful.
I can't not see I love you, man, from this guy.
I know. It's the same
so
guy.
funny.
Yeah, it's clear.
I hope so. It's so great.
The name, the number of mailing address, and the amount of the pledge.
Got it.
Stop on the sentence.
I bet that's it. I bet they took Midge's segment for her.
Gave it to her.
Yeah.
Wasn't my call.
Whose call was it?
I don't know, someone.
Yeah, Sophie's screwing with him.
While you're at it, you might want to check the schedule board, too. There's been changes.
Changes.
They pulled her.
They definitely pulled her. Yeah.
What a great shot, man. What a great crane shot. Yeah.
It's funny because there's cranes on screen.
Yeah.
It's really smart how they do that.
Oh, it's great. I don't know if it's true or not, but I like to think that the cameras that you catch on these are actual cameras that are doing some of the footage too. I hope that's right.
It's got to be a huge set too, dude.
Sure.
It's a huge set.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm going to get your phone up and running.
Good for her. Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like that is the right answer.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing. Screw her. Do it. Take it. Do your stuff.
I would have bailed, but yeah, Spider. Just Spider and stay there.
The thing is I think she would expect you to bail.
She
You know what I
would.
mean? That's what she
why she did
wants.
it. Yeah.
She wants to see you storm off mad. So nope, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do it.
Yep. Be professional.
It's more of a finger back in her face. I feel like to be professional and still do it. Yeah. Even though no one on earth is going to be watching, it's still do it.
Yeah. Do you think at some point they ever come around and they're not enemies anymore?
She's going to have to do something for her, like open for her or something.
Yeah.
I can't even pick up my baby grandson.
Sorry, folks. You're going to see old Soph get a little emotional.
The thing is this is really sad for these people, and I hate how performative she's being.
I was just thinking it's very.
And I can't stand her. Oh, I can't stand this woman. Even fake it.
Arthritis! Oh.
Oh my God! She's the devil.
That was uncomfortable to watch.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. Boy, she plays detestable so well, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. By the way, I know most people think Glee when they think of Jane Lynch.
I do too.
40-year-old virgin for me.
Oh, she was so good in that.
Yes.
I need to look up the lyrics to whatever the song was she was singing in Portuguese or whatever.
Yeah.
I never did. I always meant to.
Him,
yeah.
Andy, are you familiar with the term F buddy?
You guys have the bigger mirrors. Always smells better, too.
Cleaner, probably.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Is she gonna get a job here?
Oh wow,
that would be great.
You break a leg tonight, Midge. And
It's so
thanks
nice.
for the spritz.
I really hope that they end up. I hope that guy is on the
Helps
show.
her out.
Yeah. It would be great because he says he always hopes as a comedian. It'd be great if she toured with him.
One of the best parts of the show is just the people that she crosses paths with.
For sure,
it's great.
You borrow us from clubs, I get us back in those clubs. You put up walls, I tear them down. You threaten her, you threaten me.
Ooh.
I don't think any of that's going to resonate, but that was great.
It was great. It won't resonate. But also, an apology would not have been out of line for Midge after what she did.
You know, I mean, she wasn't wrong.
She wasn't wrong, but it might have been wrong to do it the way she did it.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want to take money out of somebody's pocket, you know?
Right, yeah, exactly. She really did.
Well, maybe she didn't because Sophie still lives in a mansion.
That's true, right?
People are still laughing at her jokes.
Right.
But she definitely deserved it, you know?
I can see why she's mad at her.
Yeah. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Please give a warm welcome to
What a terrible,
Mrs. Maisel.
terrible way to get introduced. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot.
I know. All right, let's see what the set is.
And for those of you at home who aren't conscious but are still in front of your TVs, vote for Kennedy.
She's good.
She's a natural.
Yeah.
She's all that.
That's great.
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm glad the booth turned around. Yeah.
Without you and arthritis, I'd be sitting at home bored out of my mind. Love to watch it.
This is great. This is going to be big for her, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very interesting.
I can't talk right now. I'm on a telethon. Gotta go.
This, I've got
me too. I do too. I'm saying something. I have goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
Will I marry you? Well, how much are you gonna pledge?
He smiled.
He did smile.
He smiled.
Telephone. You're downstairs. Perfect. Can someone go downstairs and grab my...
You can hear it on double TVs. Mom's watching it too. Rose is watching it.
Oh, he's looking out the window?
No, I don't know anything.
Oh, we can hear other people watching it. Yeah.
He's on TV.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. I thought it was another TV in the house and Rose was watching.
Hello, welcome to the telephone. Moses, hi.
He's going to be like,
He's going to realize, yeah.
She's
this
good.
is really happening.
She doesn't know that there's a ton of people watching.
He's going to donate $60,000.
Please don't.
He's going to donate $60,000.
Joel, don't do that with your dad's money.
Oh my God, Joel.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Mrs. Maisel. Thank you for giving. Good night.
He killed that, and everybody got to see it.
She did.
Tune in next year for our 4th annual Stop Arthritis and Rheumatism Telethon. Good night.
It's going to be big news when she raises all that money.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Make her stick to the script next time.
Never.
I've seen that guy in a ton of
He's been in a lot of stuff, yeah. Blast from the Past, he had a big role in with
He did, yeah. Brendan Fraser? Yeah.
We were getting past the whole thing. Why antagonize her again? What's the point?
That's the point. I'm your manager.
I see your point. It felt good seeing her go off on Sophie, but I see your point. Yeah.
I'll drink enough for the both of us.
If it causes more problems if she did that, then Midge is right.
Yeah, why?
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about it because I was so irritated with Sophie.
Yeah.
Oh, 80s beats again.
Yeah. Well, somebody pointed it out. I pointed out the Strokes song last time. They're like, they always do contemporary music at the end. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. If they did, I've missed it. But it's been a couple times for sure.
There's been a couple times we just close out of it.
Sure.
And also, like, the rest of the show was,
right, yeah.
Period,
of course.
Part of this.
Yeah, it felt really cathartic and really good for Susie to go off on her like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Midge is right. I mean, she didn't see it, but it could cause more problems. I guess we have to see where it goes from now to see if it was the right thing to do or not.
Yeah, and I thought we were gonna have that bit with Joel at the very end where it's like somebody just donated $60,000.
So did I actually.
You know what?
Or maybe just thought of something else to do.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like I know I need to do something different with my life now.
Yeah.
I hope that's it. I'm not saying that obviously charity is a good thing, but that seed money I feel like for Joel to start doing something with his life that he wants to do.
Yeah.
And giving it away because you feel guilty about leaving your wife. Yeah, I guess it's selfless. I know.
Self-destructive for sure. I mean,
right. I know I make it sound like I'm slamming charity, and of course I'm not.
Yeah.
But the point of giving to charity, you should give what you can give, not give everything.
Maybe it'll be a chunk of it. Maybe it'll be like, here's 10 grand.
Or he just has an idea.
Sure, but even if he gave like, I don't know, $5 grand,
it would be big.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that would make news, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
But no, and the thing is too, it's like if he's doing that for Midge, it's like you are doing it for Midge, and it will help her.
Right.
At the same time, it won't help her in the long run. You know what I mean?
I would tell Joel because Joel doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a home.
Yeah.
He's living in the building, in the sweatshop, right? Basically. I would say that money is more important for Joel right now to do something with for himself.
House.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Invest it, get a job.
He's a young single father. Find a future. But that's really not the point. I'm assuming that Joel didn't give the money, or we would have seen it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Maybe we'll hear the next episode.
Right.
After we went off air, this is what happened.
Yeah. I do think apologizing to Sophie, even though nothing that she said was wrong, it was probably inappropriate to do it publicly.
Mm-hmm.
She's like someone who, out of spite, releases all the magician's tricks publicly that a professional magician does, right?
Sure.
Yeah, they're tricks. Yeah, you're not wrong saying it's all fake and hackery or whatever, But you can potentially destroy that person's livelihood for no other reason than getting it off your chest and because you want to.
Yeah.
And that's what that whole set was, right?
Yeah.
She ripped Sophie because she was mad at Sophie. She was mad at her mom and didn't want to address her mom at the time.
Yeah.
So she decided to bury Sophie instead. It probably was the wrong thing to do, in all honesty.
And then obviously Sophie handled it very poorly.
And obviously Sophie has incredibly thin skin and can't,
for a comedian, she's
right. Which I think that's why when you think of stand-ups, right, she's not a real one.
Yeah,
or
if she was, it's long gone.
Yeah, exactly. Because if she was a real comedian, she could take somebody making fun of her on stage a little bit.
Be like,
like roast comedy's not like one of the.
Look, she's still doing very well.
Yeah, it didn't hurt her career. People were still tuning in to watch her bad set on that marathon.
And she didn't need Midge to punch down at her to for people to see that she is kind of a hack.
Clearly.
Even Shy was saying.
Shy was like, her jokes are old. They've always been old. They're not funny.
And the country sees it too. I mean, she was on doing the fake crying on TV.
Oh, that was so bad.
And everybody there was kind of like, you know what I mean? So, like, it's very apparent.
Right.
Midge doesn't have to point it out. I get that,
Right.
Obviously, we're on Midge's side.
Oh, for sure.
But at the same
Midge is the better person and comedian.
I want to see how Sophie retaliates now, because maybe she will let it go. Maybe it did resonate in some way. But, this being the second to last episode, I feel like the season finale is going to have some pretty big moments.
Yeah, I think so. Do you think that Shy comes back? I really hope he does. It seemed a weird introduction if he doesn't.
I can see it to where maybe two routes. He either helps her, she headlines for him.
Right.
Or not headlines,
opens
for him, or she does get successful, and then we see him later on down the road.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with him. It seemed like it was because he was on her side about Sophie in that moment. I feel like there's a possibility in the finale that Sophie does come after Midge, and he, because he likes Midge and does not like Sophie, swings in and says, "You know what? I don't care that she's doing this to you.
Yeah.
You're opening for me on the road.
Yeah.
Let's go on tour."
I would love that.
Awesome. That might be the resolution to Sophie.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Her downfall. Also, speaking of downfalls, I shouldn't call it a downfall, but the Abe and Rose situation.
Right.
Abe is in a point in his life where he's realizing his kids are having success and they are fully grown, even though they have children, they have jobs already.
Right.
And I think him on the TV and looking out the window at the very end of the episode, seeing the other people noticing Midge, that coupled with the fact that he's probably going to retire soon.
Well, he's being awfully self-destructive.
He is, and I think it's a way of him. It's not a midlife crisis, obviously. Right. It's more like an end-of-the-life crisis.
Well, he's probably about 60 in the show. I mean,
sure,
his daughter's in her early 20s still, so he's not at retirement age probably.
He's having some sort of crisis, right? I mean, because people are trying to push him out of his jobs, both jobs.
Yeah,
and his kids are, they're having some success,
right?
And it's probably pretty jarring for him.
It is.
It's not about him anymore,
right? Early on in the show, you got the sense that Rose, as the matriarch, was like, "I want to stay important in my daughter's life."
Yeah.
Which is not unreasonable, right?
No,
but we were, everyone's like, at some point she's got to kind of let Midge go to live her own thing.
Yeah.
Well, she seems to have it. The one person who seems to be struggling more with that, which we didn't really see coming, is Abe.
Yeah.
Abe's the one who seems to be struggling more with the fact that he's not in charge of what his kids do as adults anymore.
Yeah, but Rose is the one that was even like, so this is actually happening.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but she wasn't like losing it or talking out of it. Right.
She's just like, wow, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a new era.
Yeah, but
it's new.
She wasn't ever telling her not to do it. Like, Abe's reaction was much worse.
That's a great point. She never told her not to do it. Never.
She wasn't being overly discouraging. She's like, "Are you ready to go on TV?" It's kind of like the questions that Abe fired at Midge when she got her job at the department store.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you? Do you have your ducks in a row? Are you ready for this? Okay.
And I think that's good parenting.
It is. It's great parenting.
It's supportive, but it's also, it's you're questioning them, making sure they're ready and they're capable. And I love that. I also love that Abe and Noah had that moment at the bar together.
Yeah.
And that Noah can be a little more honest with Abe.
Sure.
With Abe being like, "Do you kill people? It's okay that you kill people."
That's right. I'm sure you had no choice.
Analyst dad.
Right. Yeah. This season, that's one of the things I love about this season is with the setup and who the characters are, when you start thinking of tropes, right? You think of the mom that's unwilling to let the daughter go do the stand-up, and the dad that's going to be more of the TV dad of like, "Honey, chase your dreams, I believe in you." That's the TV trope, right?
It is.
And it's completely the opposite.
It is inverted a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that she got Abe to smile, though.
That might have been a big moment where Abe finally saw her actually having success and realized, oh, wait a second. Because the first time he saw her at the club, he tuned it out, right?
He did.
She was killing it in that room, but all he heard was his daughter telling inappropriate, dirty jokes.
Yeah.
People are happy that you are being obscene, and that's and that there's everything wrong with that.
It's true.
And what she did there wasn't what Yes, she was funny in both, but it was a different kind of comedy that he got to see. Like, oh, taking that out of the mix, she actually is really, really talented and really funny. And I feel like he got that a little bit.
Yeah, and
like other people think so too.
But all comedians can do that. I mean, look at Bob Saget. Bob
Saget was
one of the filthiest comedians ever.
The first time, I think, and I was a kid when I saw his stand-up after only seeing him on what's the name of the show? Full House, and then America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes.
All the corny dad jokes on both. And then you see him do stand-up. It's like, what is happening? It was so shocking.
I was like, I think it was at a friend's house. They're like, you want to watch the stand-up special? I'm like, Bob Saget, the dad from Full House?
I know. It was like something about getting his junk caught in a zipper was the first thing he was talking about. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Danny?
Right, yeah. But yeah, I feel like there's that same realization here with Abe. Inversely, the other way is like, she can actually be funny in a way that doesn't upset you.
Exactly. She can adapt. And the reason this show is so good is because she is the underdog. And everybody loves an underdog story. And it's for the moments like this in this episode where you see everybody on TV watching her.
Right.
She's doing it. And she's going the distance. It's awesome. It's so good.
And even going on that late at night, she had a big night. Sophie didn't stop her from having a big night.
No.
So hopefully, I mean, I don't want it to be like a show that we spend season 3 in the Sophie versus Midge battle, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get some fallout of that in the next episode.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like the ongoing antagonist. You know what I mean?
I don't either. And you know what? They have a lot of storylines set up right now.
Sure.
That could be a case. It could be a case where they subvert our expectations and they end up being allies.
And I don't see that coming, but you're right. They can do whatever they want.
All bets are off.
Right. Midge could apologize. Midge could do a solid for her and cover her on a show or help her out in the press. Whatever professionally Midge can do for her. Because Midge had a big night.
Midge is not cruel.
No, and Midge isn't cruel.
No.
She didn't want Susie to go kick the dirt up anymore.
And she could say that,
Right, she can. Yeah. But like I said, we'll see if Susie's act of defiance ends up being a help or a hindrance in the next episode, probably.
I hope so.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
See you.